I got in my Max 6 and we are at Gold's Gym, the Mecca, and I got some friends from Denmark today. Peter and Anders, who just kicked butt at the West Coast Classic.
This guy did.
Both of you guys. Peter just won the overall. You guys light heavyweight and overall. Shredded like Munzer, this guy is. And then Anders took the overall in the novice, right?
Yeah, novice heavies.
And then you got third place in the open.
Yeah.
So very, very good. The guys from Europe are coming over here to kick our butts. So we're going to talk about these guys, but we're doing legs, right, today?
Right, yeah.
All right, let's do some legs and we'll talk a little bit more afterwards.
We haven't had well, Peter is like known for his legs back home in Denmark. Okay. I'm going to try and bring mine up, and we love training legs, but we haven't trained legs in a long time. So this is we're going to be sore as heck tomorrow. But we're looking forward to this. Yeah, really.
Well, I'm glad to have you guys. Thank you for coming today. I got in my Max 6. We are back in the Mecca, and I'm here with my friends from Denmark who just kicked ass at the West Coast Classic. Peter won the entire show, and Under won the overall novice and finished third in the open. So they came here and schooled us, and it was great to have you guys today. Did some legs just a couple of days after the show. And how do you guys like California, first of all?
we love it. We keep coming back.
You keep coming back?
Don't want to go home.
I'm sure.
I think we have we almost have an agreement. Like we try to do a show in Europe or in Denmark. For Peter, who's at a higher level, it's mostly you pick the big shows in Europe, and I want to work my way up to get a good spot at the nationals in Denmark. But we try and do at least one show in the States every year. At least that's what we want to do. We did the Ferrigno last year, and now,
wow.
Now the West Coast Classic.
I'm glad you said that. Does that help you kind of see where you place with the Americans? It gives you an idea of how good you are in the scope of things and to compete in the States?
Both that, and I just think that the shows over here, they do so much about the shows. There's great venues. They just put on a great show, so it's fun to compete here. Over here. And like we say in Europe, everything is bigger over here, and that's definitely true. And it's fun because it's like they do a lot for the athletes over here.
Yeah,
we love that. Not that they don't do that in Denmark. Denmark is actually a very good place to compete as well. But a lot of other places in Europe, they don't do much. It's just in and out legs, Europe, just a big money machine.
Yeah.
So I really like the shows over here. Yeah. And the things going up to, they come here, train at Gold's Gym leading up to the contest, and after it's just make the experience complete.
It's so motivating to come here. And we both times we come here in the middle of our peak week. You know, at times where you're supposed to be very depleted and very tired, and you come here and you barely notice it. I mean, you're
high. You're high. Yeah.
Exactly. And
it's like, oh my God, it's weighing today. We have to do weight. And like 5 days out, just counting the hours. Yeah. But over here, hey, didn't we have something to do today?
And you say you come here every week, and people know you and they remember you from last time you came. So it's kind of nice.
People are so friendly here, and we walk in, and it's like you said, it's like being at your second home gym, and also I think at the competition, people are so friendly. Yeah. Like everyone is like it's just so much camaraderie, and like the guy who came in. Who you talked to yesterday, who came in, I don't know, second or something? What's his name?
Yeah, third at the one Joe Pro, he's trained here as well.
Oh, Toto.
Toto.
Yeah, the middleweight. Yeah, he's good, very good, yeah.
He has so much talent, and there's like nothing, you can't sense it, like his attitude is so nice and so
humble,
friendly.
Very humble, yeah.
And that's the people you want to be around. That's the people who inspire you.
Yeah.
So now we love coming here, and like you said, with the level, I mean, I think when you go to the nationals in Denmark, there's a lot of talent, but that's that one show a year, you know. So it's so hard to bring that up many times, and I want to compete more times than that, and I want more experiences, and I think coming here it helps you in so many ways.
Yeah. Well, you have your pick because here is almost a show every weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost.
Exactly. Which state do I want to see? Which time do I want to see? And then I just pick a show there.
That's right. Talk to me about bodybuilding, you guys. How long have you been training, Peter?
I've been training for like 25 years. I'm 39 years old, and I have been competing for the last 7 years, and this is my competition number 40.
Wow.
So I've done that for quite some time now.
Wow.
And I still love it more than more every year, every day. So
it shows.
Awesome.
Anders, how about you?
I started as a client with Peter in 2014, I think. I'd been lifting a little bit before, but I'd never been in shape. I was always the chubby kid in school. And,
oh, you too?
Yeah. So it kind of sticks with me, like going away from the diet now. I'm a little bit nervous. No, but I kind of knew that Peter was the guy I wanted to come to. He just opened a gym in Denmark, and I knew who he was, but I didn't know his personality, and that's what like surprised me mostly, because and I think a lot of young guys, I know this, I had a hard time identifying with the sport of bodybuilding, because especially in Denmark, I thought like, oh, this sport is just for thugs, and I need at least 2 or 3 tattoos in my face before I can go into competing.
Like Lee Priest.
Yeah, exactly. Or the guy with the 5% stuff and all that. But no, but I thought that that's what I was going into, and I just loved the training, but I didn't love the like kind of lifestyle. But then I met Peter, and I was like, well, perfect, because he's a guy that motivates me more ways than just lifting, And from that on, it just grew, and I did my first show 2 years ago, and then I placed second. Then I did the nationals last year, and I placed sixth, and that was probably the most motivating for me, because I was like, it was an eye opener that I needed to do so much more work.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding is not like men's physique, but it's not like bikini fitness where you can train for 6 months and nothing against that, but it's just a different sport. It's just a different thing.
Yeah.
And Peter and I were so excited because I came in good shape, and I came in a shape that he also represents. He's always, like as you can see on the video, he's always in insane shape, and that's what I wanted to show that I could do as well, being on his team. But it was an eye opener. Peter told me like, listen, there's nothing wrong with how you place, but this is what the sport is like. It takes years and it takes time, and it's not being, everyone can be motivated for a month or 6 months, but this is being motivated like Peter has done for 40 shows.
Wow.
And the more you realize that, the more respect you gain for it, and also the better situation you come in, because you work as a coach, and I'm doing that now as well. And the more you do that, the more you pick up, and the better position you come in to teach other people as well.
Yeah, Peter, talk to me. I mean, you shocked everybody at the show. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of conditioning since the Munzer day. This guy was peeled inside out. There's just, obviously you won't be a light heavyweight, but you wouldn't be able to tell by the way you looked on stage. Just completely shredded, bone dry. Is this something you're blessed with, or you just died so long that it just comes with time? And how do you explain? I mean,
I don't
this kind of
think
condition.
I'm blessed with it at all, because I'm dieted really hard, and I don't do a lot of cardio. I've done that in the past, do like 2-3 hours a day, and all it was stopped me from getting harder because my body was too stressed.
Right.
So now I'm doing pretty low carbs. I'm maybe dieting on like 2,100 calories.
Okay.
It's not much for a bodybuilder, and then I do carb cycling where I pretty much do 3 low days like that, and then a high day like 3,700, and then over and over again, and then I keep pretty lean in the off season.
Okay, so that's the secret. I mean,
the secret is not something special. I just, if I see a condition I want to be in, and I say, okay, this is the condition that they look like, and I want to beat that, then I say, okay, I want to look like that 4 weeks before the show, and just continue. And then, so I just being ready before 4 weeks, and just continue, and then you're just getting harder and harder and harder, and then you have no stress about it.
You know what? I just did an interview with 6-time Mr. Olympia Dorian, and he said the exact same thing you said. He said he would come to New York, and he was ready for the Olympia 6 weeks out. And he said we never even saw the best Dorian possible because he so wanted to be inside out, shredded, grainy, hard. He was probably his best like 2-3 weeks out from the show at his fullest and everything, but he wanted to beat everyone on conditioning as well as size and everything. So it seems to be a recurring term. Be ready early, right? Because
people are so afraid of what do you call it? Topping, peaking too early.
Right.
I don't think you peak too early. You can always increase the carbs, or
you can cruise in.
Cruising, or you can drop out some of the cardio. You will just get drier and drier and harder and harder.
That's
as long as you don't do anything stupid at the end. But it's not a problem being in shape and
we started for me loading up on Monday for the Saturday show.
Yeah, because I was so ready, so we got carbs for 5 days for like 1,000 grams of carbs a day for 5 days or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was fine.
You can do that because your condition was so good.
Yeah.
You can't lose.
And that's what's so funny. I hear a lot of the podcasts, and like I said, I'm a nerd, and you hear these discussions about peak weeks
and water depletion and sodium and diuretics.
And I'm like, wait, like I know what it is, but I'm like, what? Like, why is this so complicated?
Because people are not ready.
Yeah,
most likely.
And they think the peak week is some kind of magic week where they can pull out everything. You can pull out some water and that's it. You can pull out fat, and we don't do. On my team, I never do diuretics. We don't cut out sodium.
Oh man,
a little bit.
I love you. I love to hear that.
But no sodium. Cut that out. Keep that. That's what keeps you full.
That's right.
Otherwise, you get just flat. And the diuretics, that's. You don't
Flattens
need
you
that.
out.
You don't need that if your condition is good enough.
That's right.
And more often it turns out bad, and you just got flat as fuck.
And you just lost 4 months.
Exactly.
4 months of dieting.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm really glad you talk about this, and I wanted to ask you because obviously that's what won you the show. I mean, there was some good competitors. Toto was very good in the middleweight. The super heavy, super was really good too. Wow. And everybody was in shape, but they were not crazy conditioned. And obviously, it's just. I mean, when I saw him, I was just like, well, the show's over. I mean, obviously, I was glad I didn't compete because I won last year at heavyweight. I was like, there's no way I can win the overall. And I didn't want to go unless I could win the overall.
I'm glad you didn't compete because you beat me at the Ferrigno, so I'm happy. I told we saw you and Jay at the City Athletic Club.
Yeah.
And I never met Jay, but he's so nice, so I went up to him and was like, your friend beat me, and I'm sure it's politics. And then Jay told me, oh yeah, it's all rigged over here. And I think he deserved the win.
I remember that. That was great. So guys, what's next? Tell me what's next for both of you guys.
You go
Peter.
first.
Yeah, I'm planning doing the Arnold Europe in September.
Okay.
And then the Arnold Ohio over here
In March. Yeah. Okay. And then of course, if you win the overall, then you get pro status.
Then you get pro status.
But tell me, you as good as you are, you say the Arnold is really hard to get your pro status because there's so many good athletes from all over the world.
All the shows from Europeans, not to sound like whining or something, but there's so few pro cards up for grabs because there's only one card at every big show, and that's the all winner.
Yeah.
And that's usually at the big shows the heavyweight or the super heavyweight.
Yeah.
There's so many good guys over there.
Yeah.
And especially the Middle East now bring a lot of
oxygen and all that
on the amateur level.
Yeah.
Right now at the World Championships, they pretty much take all the classes and normally also the all. So it's tough, but it doesn't matter for me. I just want to be the best I can be, and if I can grab a pro card along the way, I'm sure take it. But it doesn't matter so much because I just love this lifestyle, and I will do it anyway.
But what we talked about before Peter came, what I think is what I like about your career, whatever we should call it, most you improve every time. So you say you've done 40 shows. And you're still improving. You're better than last year. You're better this year. And I think that.
Well, that's bodybuilding, right? And I mean, that's what bodybuilding is.
That's what I think drives you most of anything. Like,
I don't care about winning a contest. If I was better the last time I competed, I'd much rather be number 4 and know that this is the best package I ever brought.
Because you can't lose.
Exactly.
You can't lose when you beat yourself.
Yeah, if I win a contest and I would look worse than last time, it's just because the competition is not so strong. But if I had been better, I couldn't have done anymore, and that's a success.
Wow.
So that's how I.
Peter, do you have anyone helping you with your diet? You do everything yourself?
I do anything myself.
Wow.
I have the first couple of years, but I like to do it myself.
Okay.
I like to do it because if I'm 39 years old now, I never knew if I going for new coach, it will take him at least a year to know my body.
Right.
And a lot of the coaches, there's a lot of good coaches out there, but a lot of them still want to do the diuretics.
And you're stubborn as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to do it my way, and maybe that's too late. That's just maybe. But I pick up a lot of inspiration from some of the big guys. Like I told you, Meadows, I follow him.
Yeah.
I follow a lot of the guys, a lot of the videos that you shoot as well.
Oh, really? Thank you.
And I pick a lot of stuff up and try it out and say, okay, this is really good. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna try that. And if I don't think it works, I'm just gonna kick it to the side. But
let me ask you this: don't you find it, because I mean I see why he has you as a coach. He's basically giving you the stress here. You deal with this. I'll listen to what you're saying. You're telling me to a T, and I don't have to worry about it. But you don't have that. So do you find it hard to not have this extra external eye looking at you and maybe making small adjustments? Don't you find it that you lose maybe towards the end a little bit of objectivity? And
I did in the past, but right now I think I'm in a real good place where what I do is I write everything down, and before I did a lot of fun. I have done every single kind of peak weeks that's out there and fucked things up at the end, and that's why I'm so glad that I'm back to pretty much doing nothing different at the end. But now I write everything down.
Like Milos used to do.
Yeah, for the last couple of weeks, so I don't change anything. So after the show, I go over it and think, okay, what would I change? Because that was the biggest problem before. when I get near the show, I got nervous and say, oh, what about that? And then I heard some guy doing this, some guy doing this, should I do that? And then I was, oh fuck, I'm gonna do that as well. And then my mind was going like this.
That's right.
But now I tell myself, don't change anything. Just keep with that. And if she's not satisfied after the show, when you get some more calories and your brain starts functioning again, you're gonna adjust this problem and do it another way next time. But never in the final weeks. And it actually.
I'm glad you said that, because I asked this very question to Dexter Jackson the last interview, and even he says, I can't get in shape, that's not a problem, but towards the end your mind kind of plays tricks on yourself, so you're always wondering, should I do more, should I do less? It's hard to be objective, you know, so that's why he has a coach, and because he feels like, well, there's always someone who knows more than me anyway, but the fact that you're writing everything down is a lot what like Milos used to do. He had journals year after year of every competition. He would write everything down, because you forget also.
You forget, and then you go back to what you think, what you heard, and you know. So I always, and then I always, just a week after the show, I immediately write down what I want to change for next show. So when next show comes, I don't do the same as I normally do, because then it's fresh in my mind, and I say, okay, this could have been a little bit better if I change that. That I want to do next time. So that's how I go about it. But I have done it a lot, and I always tell people it's much easier to help others than help yourself.
Of course.
And it took me. I wasted so many competitions fucking things up. So if I have done anything different, I will in my earlier days have taken some coaches. I will definitely have done that, because that's going to save me for a lot of
well, you're in a good place. And 39 is not that old, man. You still got some time in front of you, so that's good.
I think Peter, you should explain this, because I mean the fitness community in Denmark is not very big, and I think Peter he showed me this exercise for the first time like a year ago, or
3 years ago.
I
was back in loaded gym.
Okay, but then 3 years ago.
2.5. Okay, when we started working out together, I already did it with a lot of clients.
Then a year later, every personal trainer, every guy who calls himself a personal trainer, is putting his clients through this one.
So split squat, and I totally stole it from John Meadows. Before that, I only think it was kind of girly exercise. Then I saw the video with John Meadows and Evan Santopani doing a drop set. I was like, okay, if it's good enough for those guys, it's definitely good enough for me. And then I gave it a try. I hadn't tried it. I saw it and think that's for girls. And then I realized it's not for girls. And since that, I swear I wanted to be good at it, so I've done it practically every workout since, and all my clients hate it, and but they still have to do it.
Anders, what is next for you, man? What are you gonna do?
Well, I need to gain some size. Like we talked about, I'm 5'11" or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're a little taller than me.
So I need to gain size, and I want to fill out like, well, first thing is I want to fill out the heavies. But I love competing, and we talked about like what's the secret to always coming in shape, and like Peter, he competes so much, and I think that's if you really are a bodybuilder at heart and you love the sport, then you want to compete. Like we haven't really picked out. Like we had a big meal Saturday night, but you see these guys, they come off the diet and then they eat like shit for a week. And we don't like. I don't have that. I like being in shape and I like competing.
Thank you.
So it's like a mix of like. I need to gain some size. I want to put on some mass, and I want to do that because I want to win shows. I really want to win shows. And but I also I don't want to take 2 years off, and that's not going to benefit me. I can have a crazy rebound for 5 or 6 months, and then pick a show. And I think I'm going to stick to the model: 1 show in the States and 1 show in Denmark.
So we're going to see you back, you guys, then.
Absolutely.
This is the first video of many, hopefully.
Oh, if you wanna do it, and then
you're on my list now.
More than happy.
You're on my list now.
Thank you. we talked about that before we started, and ever since doing my first prep and my first cardio sessions, I've always watched your videos, and everything you've done with Jay, and especially also the guys that the mainstream guys don't know about. Like I said, the guys Cyrus you filmed with Dexter, these are the guys that inspire me as much, because you can relate to them more than maybe you can relate to.
They're just getting started, and they're good, you know.
This is so cool. When I wrote you and you wrote back that you actually would do it.
Well, did you think I wasn't gonna do it?
Actually.
Why?
I don't know. And then, that's why I was like talking about how all the contests that Peter had won. I was like using him, you know, as base.
But you know what you did? You know what you did right? Also, you mentioned Christina and Derek. And since I'm good friends with them, and he knew that, it was like, well, that's cool. You know, we know the same people.
I was doing some media lobbying.
Hey, you know what, man? As long as it works, now you're in and you're good. So
no, but we just love the sport and we love competing, and that's what it should be about. As long as we can progress every year, and as long as I get better and pick up more size, that's what I want to do. So maybe we talked about the Tahoe show.
Yes.
That they say that's beautiful.
Very nice.
One of Chris Mintz, who was the promoter.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
He does such a good job. So
he loves bodybuilding. He's a bodybuilder like us. So, you know, he treats bodybuilder well. He just loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
so
can tell.
show in Denmark and a show in the States. That would be awesome.
That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Congratulations, both of you guys. You're gonna go home with some hardware, some titles, and I'm sure they'll be proud of you guys over there.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And I hope they watch this interview. These guys
we're gonna
there.
share it.
All of them.
All over Europe.
Drive home to them and watch them show. We're gonna watch that.
Keep it on loop in the gym. All right. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thanks,
good luck.
Thank you.